Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MLG Pro League Season 3 coverage. Prior to starting up game number 3 between Faze and Isolation, gotta give a quick look at the Vulcan teams. We're gonna cover Matt's right now to see where he stands so far tonight. Obviously, TCM and Epsilon went all the way to game number 5, so that pickup of Jerd was absolutely great. We saw he had a massive game 3 there in the uplink game mode, helping his team win that comeback game 12-9. The rest of his squad has yet to play. Still a ton of points potentially for Matt's team. The second half of his squad, let's take a quick look at it. He had Remy and Nagafen both from Epsilon. Remy went absolutely huge in that game 5. Some big points there as well. So Matt, 3 of his 8 players have played. Those 3 players all went to game 5, but Maven, we're hopping back into game 3 of Faze vs. Isolation BioLink. One of your favorite game modes. Predictions here for this game. You think Faze can close it out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. Most of the time I've seen ISO struggle in uplink. I swear, every time for me it's been comeback. They've really just got completely rolled. I can't think of a time I've actually watched them on BioLink. But it's, for the most part, I mean, I know they play a little bit differently, but it's the same gameplay, same strategy. It really just comes down to teamwork and drone control. I think they're going to struggle mightily right now against Faze. But it looks like the favored side is going to go to Faze early. I think we'll be able to tell pretty quickly, I'd say within the first couple of minutes, how this game's going to go.
Already Dito striking first blood for his team. Scary thing for Isolation is that Zuma, looking very strong like always, attached more than holding his own in this series. Clayster has dropped some massive numbers so far. And then Enable. He's just going to be your player that remains even and gets those crucial kills his team needs, like that one on Havoc and Top Purple, opening up that side of the map for his team. 2 fall for Isolation, make it 3. The drone in control of Faze.
See if they're actually able to get any points on the board here early. They're going to start moving forward here. Jack, Zuma's going to get 1, leading the way in. Attach will get traded out. There should be a 1-point toss here at some point. I mean, the big thing for me on this side, if you're Faze, the only thing you can do wrong really on the favorite side is that. If you miss a 1-point lead to an interception, and that's still going to get shut down. An interception or a missed toss, that's really the only thing you can do wrong, because in my opinion, the easiest way to score right now if you're ISO is to wrap cream. You wait for a mistake from Faze, or you make a big defensive play, and then you wrap it, and you can get really, really easy points on the board. That could have been devastating there, but they're only going to give up 1, and that was Havoc locking that bio. He actually got a 3-piece in bio that helped prompt that.
I have no idea how that just happened. Faze getting shut down as they were so close to a dunk there twice in a row. Big kills from Gito. He jumped off the map, reset the drone, and silly grabbed it and just ran through mid-map without even being shot at once. 1-0 lead now for Isolation. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on side number 1.
Was watching Clayster at blue, Jack. Is he, okay, I don't know. He just hip fired with a ballot, killed someone in a bullet. I'm guessing he was pretty tagged up. But Clay's going to be the first man forward here as they try to push. He's able to get 2, should catch Dito in the back as well, and that's going to lead to a dunk as long as Lacefield doesn't get him from behind. Lacefield gets the kill, but not before the points go through. This should be a rally, as he should be able to line up Dito again. This is all Clayster. He's top rails here on this side, just picking up kill after kill. But nice play, heads up by ISO. They rotate there, I believe, through Bio and Ice, and they're able to flank that drone carrier. Beautiful
stuff there as Havoc picks up 3 players. He falls, but buys enough time for his team to at least grab that drone and begin to wrap it towards green. Attach, picks up the 2-piece. He's going to grab it and miss the 1-point play, but it does reset. You can see the spawn inside of blue, absolutely massive here for Lacefield. He's going to try to hold this one down for Isolation. And for those of you at home that may call me dumb for talking about how Zuma has been going off in every game mode. 14-4.
He had a great game 1. He had a great game 2. Now he's 15-4 on a 3 streak. The man has been on a mission lately, arguably the best player in the game right now, just completely crushing. He's 15-5, and I don't see him slowing down on this one, Jack.
Absolutely not. Clayster finds another kill there on Dito. Now, something to point out. We asked the chat, will Faze 3-0 Isolation? 83% of viewers said yes. Not much confidence in the Isolation squad. They are down 2-0 in the series right now. Back on Faze's host. Faze really up 2-1. Surprising for me, because with Zuma dropping 17-5, expect him to be up by a little bit more. They did miss a dunk earlier on after some crucial kills from Isolation. A minute and a half remaining on side number 1. Still a 1-possession game.
getting eyes on Zuma again. He's just going off right now.
What was
I
that?
want to see if he can continue this streak right now. Is he's going to pick up a kill there? Able to get one inside of purple, but honestly, ISO's done a pretty good job. I mean, this is favored side here for Faze, Jack, and they've only allowed 2 points. So despite the fact that Zuma's going off, they haven't really turned it into any points.
Really, the difference for me so far has been Faze has not been covering their ice well enough. They keep getting pushed through ice, and they keep getting cut down as they move that drone through the circle area. And just like that, 3 players for ISO remain up. They're pushing through green. They're going to have 1 player to beat. The flank coming in. Enable gets taken down. The push coming from Attach. He's going to get stunned and taken down. Isolation should be able to score at least a 1-point play here to tie the game up. Oh, they're going for the dunk. ISO in the lead.
And will fire through. So I didn't give him much of a chance here. They've been an abysmal uplink team, but they've got the lead, and they've got the lead on weak side is the crazier part. But here comes the counter. Attach getting forward. This should be a dunk. He goes through. That hurts. You get the lead within 10 seconds. It's gone.
Something to point out here, Maven, is I more feel that this game is close because of Faze's lack of covering some of the holes in their setup right now more than Isolation's crazy plays, if that makes sense. Really, they've yet to be able to shut down Zuma. The rest of Faze holding their own. Really, the thing I want to point out, though, is that with ice being open that entire time, ISO did a great job of spawning in red and then pushing through mid-bio through there to pick up the flank kills. 1 point separating these 2 teams. Side number 2, Faze, now just 5 minutes away from closing out the series 3-0.
Well, what you said there is 100% the reason they were never able to rally anything. There were 2 different times I think they had an opportunity to rally, but no one watched dice. They just came right into circle, got the flank. You know, if they were pushing like far left side of blue, going for like a 1-point toss, it'd be fine. But both times they caught that drone carrier kind of on the in-between and were able to shut it down. But here we go. Second side, 4-3 advantage from Faze. Are they able to close this out with the sweep? The man by the drone is going to end up being Clayster. He sees a couple kills in front. Someone's got to get hands on this now, and that's going to end up being Attached. He'll come from behind. Clay and crew will lead the way, and they're going to start flying forward. But there's one person waiting right outside of elbow. He might be able to catch this ball carrier with a melee. It's Lacefield. He's right there for it, but he gets... No, he doesn't get cleaned up. He's still alive. Lacefield gets a big 2-piece before he drops to enable.
And just like that,
no points. That was all
big
Lacefield,
crucial
Jack.
kills that ISO needs, they get them. They might be being outslayed, especially Dito and Silly right now, a combined -17. But the bigger thing to point out is that right here, a 2-point play going to go in from Havoc. Beautiful route he ran. 18 and 14 start for him. Something you got to point out, Maven, is that Faze has been getting the positions they want to be in and then just not capitalizing. They missed a 1-point toss in round 1 from Attach, and then 2 dunks got cut down within 5 feet of the drone point. There's another 1-point toss from Silly. He's going to connect. 3 points unanswered outside number 2 for Isolation.
Good job from ISO. This would be a wild win. The big part is you know, you saw them play. Did the score end up being a bit of a blowout? Yeah, but they played Faze pretty tough in game 1, considering it was on Faze's host. If they host the game 4, they can steal a hard point. I mean, this would be the impressive one to me. If they win this game, anything is possible, because this is what I thought they might end up just getting absolutely blown out that first side on weak side, but they don't. But now we do see Zuma, Clay, pushing forward. Clay is going to get the entry kill. There's one inside of bio. Can they get that as well? No, it's Silly going to answer, but Enable will be able to effectively trade that. Looks like they're going to wrap all the way through top red here, and he catches them with the melee. That's Zuma making plays, going in for a dunk. Clayster gets one as well, and that's a tie game, Jack.
All tied up, a big kill by Attach on the drone spawn. He's going to grab this one, move it towards top blue. Kills continuing to stream in Faze's favor. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. They're trying to get this lead. They are now 3 minutes away from closing this game out if they can score the 1-point play. But Silly picking up a kill of his own. They're going to run this one through green. This should be a very easy score for Isolation.
Yep, this green wrap, it's either easy or it's dangerous. That was one that was easy. You never want to get caught there, because if you get killed, that's really going to lead to a very easy counter for the opposition. But they really didn't have much to deal with. They were spawning out towards blue. They were able to get one in very easily, but you see the kill feed going to be entirely Phased in to answer back. This may be a pretty quick dunk here, and instead of going through snow, you see them wrapping through orange. There's one player there to stop it. Attach and Zuma are going to answer back. Attach with a big gunfight on Havoc, and that should be a tie game. And I feel like we don't see teams do that route enough. I like that, pushing kind of through purple into bio, through to orange. It's a lot less open than dealing with snow.
And also what it does is it splits the spawn of the opponents. Right there, they have 2 players spawn up in red, 1 spawn up in elbow. It's kind of an awkward spot as they're not really able to overwhelm the Faze players trying to push in towards red. ISO answering right back, though, with a dunk of their own. You can see a gunfight going down inside purple. That's Zito picking up the kill on attach. 10-8 lead for ISO. Can they do the impossible, winning an uplink on Faze's host?
Well, I think the bigger problem with taking that route is what happens. You're so susceptible to be countered because you spawn them out. If you're pushing in snow, you're pretty much spawning them in their base. They're spawning in Eskies or orange. When you're pushing in through the base like that, you're spawning them out so far that they can get to the drone very, very quickly and counter. So both dunks we saw done that way, Jack, led to dunks almost instantly for ISO.
Right there, the 1-point toss for Isolation. It's a 2-possession game. They're continuing to stream the kills in their favor. One last player from Faze trying to challenge this drone area. That's Zuma. Now 28-17. Loses that gunfight up against Dito. ISO now on the aggression yet again. 1 minute remaining. ISO trying to force the game 4.
Have to prevent them from trying to reset. We'll see if Faze can get hands on. They got 3 players around the drone. This is time to get forward. All 4 up now. They've got to push together here. Squad up, try to apply some pressure. First gunfight's going to be Enable. He picks up the kill. There's one inside of Bio, a couple flying around Elbow, and they're going to come flying through. They can go for 1 or 2. They just need points at this point, make it a 1-possession game. They had one, they're decided to get cocky, and that's going to lead to a reset. Did it fall off?
No!
It's still on the map! It's going to stay on, and that's going to be a dunk for attach. 1-point game, 25 seconds.
You can see one player in position to grab this drone. They need to take down Dito. If he can grab this one and toss it off, that'll be it. He picks up the first kill, now grabbing the drone. Trying to stay alive, he gets cut down. The challenge coming from Faze. 2 players alive. The drone in the hands of Enable. He's gonna try to toss it. He's gonna get it over towards bottom snow. One last player in a position to challenge. Zuma picks up the kill on Dito. Gonna grab the drone, going for the toss. It's gonna be too little too late. ISO forcing the game 4, winning that one 11-10.
I can't believe it. I mean, I've picked ISO. I like the team. I think they're capable of stealing maps off just about anyone, but an uplink?
I
for
can't
this
believe
team,
what I just saw.
Off host? Listen, there's something in the water tonight. We are seeing miracle after miracle happen in the Season 3 league. This is wild, Jack.
Faze outslaying by 17 kills. Isolation still winning that game. Maven, we saw it time and time again. They got the crucial kills they needed. There was 5 points that they stopped Faze from getting on side number 1, doing it just as much on side number 2. Impressive performance. Havoc, 27-26, the 1.04 KD, and 6 uplinks to his name. Now, just like that, we're going back over to ISO's host, Drift Hardpoint. 62% of people said that ISO were going to win that uplink. They were correct. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, game number 4.